Hello everybody, my name is Rebecca and these are my Cash Challenge Chronicles. You may have noticed that I have not posted a video in probably like 2 months, and even before that it was getting a little bit inconsistent, but I've got good news and bad news. The good news is I am here to do my coins for the month, and I did take some photos of me doing the coins last month, because as you can see I've consolidated them down to the higher amounts so that this is just a bit more open for me to use now that we're kind of coming towards the end of the year, which is scary and weird to say. I feel like I was just saying it was April a little while ago. But yeah, so before we get into that, you probably have a couple of questions. Where have I been? How have I been? I have been struggling with quite a few family things. There's been a lot of stresses going on with my parents, and just, yeah, a lot of things I don't really want to get into, but I've been really inconsistent with my money habits and just general healthy habits all around. As you might have heard in my other videos, I was definitely going towards that way. I was getting into some bad habits, and sadly I'm still kind of in those, but I have returned to the gym and am trying to be consistent with movement. They always said like it should be 80% food and 20% movement, but I've sort of, I'm not quite in that thing anyway. So I go for quite a few walks. I go to the gym once a week or so, and I'm just trying to move my body a little bit more. Not too much, not crazy amounts, but just a bit more after that momentum of doing the boot camp. But anyway, in terms of money, things are still same old. I still have Afterpay. I still am eating out a lot. Still have those bad habits. That's just me being transparent. I'm not going to gloss over them. I've talked about them a lot before, but I know they're bad, and it's a journey. We're working on it. Also, another thing that has happened since I would have last talked to you is I had more car problems. So about 3 months ago, 4 months ago, in June or July, I had to spend about $500 repairing my car. That kind of made me push me back a bit, and then I was starting to have more money to contribute towards my debt with my cousin, and I was sort of getting to a good place. I had a little bit of money put in my long-term savings, for travel, dentist, and emergency. Like, I'd started to put something in. The pocket had a note in each pocket, but then of course my car, I actually ran out of petrol on the way to the petrol station, and then after that we put petrol in it and we're like, okay, it's all good to go. But then I kept having some issues and my car would stall, and so I took it to the mechanic and they said, it looks like it's just really bad timing, but what has happened is the coils that they'd replaced some of a few months ago, the other ones that are old have now given up. And so instead of getting them all done before, which wasn't an option they presented to me, and I think I probably would have not had the money anyway, they have now given up. So I had to spend another $500, which I didn't have, to repair that. I got no help this time. Last time I was able to get a bit of help from my parents, but this time they're just not in a good spot to be able to do that. So I ended up using all of the cash that I had in my binders, really. And I was quite sad because most of that money came from what was going towards the debt. So yeah, that sort of put me back a bit. But positive news in terms of money, I'm still doing my coins, which is cool. We're getting, towards the end. And another thing is I did have some money saved. A few $100 was in my 90-day saver, and that just came through yesterday or the day before. And so I contacted my cousin and said, look, this is coming through to you today. It's definitely not as much as last time. Last time was $1,000. And honestly, I'd hoped that this was going to be the last payment, but it's not. So she was really grateful, and she's also got some family stuff. There's some really bad health things going on in her side of the family, and so she's having to do some emergency trips to visit her dad for that. And so the $350, $400, whatever I gave her, she said it really appreciated it and helps with the flights and the emergency costs that were coming with that. So I felt glad that I was able to contribute something to her, but it means that I still have $900 left to give her. I felt like whenever I would have a goal of how much money it was, she kept finding other little payments that I had received from her. And so originally I thought it was about $2,100. Then she was like, oh no, it's $2,200. And then most recently she's like, oh no, it's $2,350. So that's always a kick in the gut. It's a kick in the gut those times that she's found more. But anyway, we will work towards that, and we'll get there eventually. But yes, I am a bit nervous about that going into the rest of the year. So without further ado, let's count what I've got here and fill this in. Okay, so we've got $44 to work with today. So let's try to finish this row. So we'll take away now 2.1 is right. Yay! So as far as I know, I think I've got something like $130 or so left before I finish this. I'll need to be getting about $40 per month to be able to finish it. I really hope I do, but either way, it's just been a really fun goal, really fun to track. Next year I don't think I'll do this particular method. I might just use my coins for other mini trackers, but yeah, so that's really cool. And you're probably thinking, where to from here? So I can't say that I'm going to be coming back to regular videos. I just I'm not in the financial spot at the moment. I'm currently paying back a lot to Afterpay each pay, and so essentially the money that would have been saved is going to those repayments. That's the honest truth. That's why I always say I'm not trying to say I'm an expert. I definitely am not. Don't really follow my example, but I'm just chronicling this journey. So I will also say next week on the 9th, I am turning 30. It's my 30th birthday, and to celebrate, I am doing 30% off in my Etsy store. But I did think about doing the Buy Me a Coffee website, which I know Neen does from her channel. but I'll just leave it on Etsy at the moment because it's a lot of effort to transfer all that data. But anyway, so for the whole week, 30% off of my shop, and I'm also going to add a tracker to my freebies link, which will be below, which you can print off for yourself. It is a 30 tracker, which you know, it doesn't say birthday on it or anything, it just says 30 and it's got 30 hearts on it. You can use it for whatever, but it's just going to be a freebie there as thank you and another celebration thing. You know, you don't have to go over to my Etsy, I'm not saying you need to do that, so I want to give a free resource for everyone as well. So I hope you take care. I hope things are going okay in your world. I know life's always got its challenges, right? But we're getting through, we're just taking a step at a time. I'm just going to say, ka kite ano. Hopefully I'll see you again soon. Okay, bye.